Hey, welcome to the Explainer. If you've ever looked at a manual car and thought, what's with that third pedal? Or felt a little intimidated by the gear stick? Well, you've come to exactly the right place. Today, we're going to break it all down, step by simple step, and get you feeling confident behind the wheel. Seriously, learning to drive stick isn't just about getting from A to B. It's about really feeling the car, being more connected to the road, being in total control. It's an adventure for sure. So, you ready to start yours?
Okay, so here's the plan. First, we'll get you comfy inside the driver's seat. Then, we'll cover the all-important driver's ABCs. After that, it's all about preparing for takeoff, actually getting the car moving, and finally, we'll wrap up with how to drive safe and smart. Let's do it.
All right, first things first. Let's get to know your new command center. Before you can drive, you've got to know what all the buttons and levers do, right? Don't worry, this stuff will feel like second nature in no time. Okay, let's start with the big one right in front of you, the steering wheel. Pretty straightforward, right? You turn it, the car turns. Simple. Now let's get to the fun stuff, the parts that make a manual car, well, a manual. And here it is, the gear lever, or gear stick. This is really the heart of driving a manual. This is your direct line to the car's power and speed. It's how you tell the engine what to do. Now look down at your feet. See those? You've got 3 pedals. This is your direct connection to making the car go and stop. We have a simple name for them, the ABCs, and we're going to dive into exactly what that means. And last but not least, the handbrake. You'll also hear it called the parking brake. Its main job is to keep the car from rolling away when you're stopped. Super important, especially on hills. So there you have it. That's your new command center. Okay, so you know what everything is. Now let's learn how to speak the language of the car. And it all begins with those 3 pedals we just mentioned, the driver's ABCs. So this right here, this is the big difference. If you've ever driven an automatic, you're used to 2 pedals. But in a manual, we've got 3. That extra one on the far left, that's the clutch. And honestly, it's the magic ingredient. It's what lets you connect and disconnect the engine's power from the wheels, giving you total control over the gears. So how do your feet handle all this? It's actually pretty simple. Your right foot does what it always does. It handles the gas, the accelerator, and the brake. It just pivots between the 2. Your left foot? It gets a very special, exclusive job. It only operates the clutch. That's a super important rule to remember. Left foot is for the clutch, and the clutch only. All right, you've got the ABCs down. Now, let's get ready for takeoff. And trust me, a good, smooth drive always starts with a little prep work before you even start the engine. First up, your driving position. You gotta get this right. Adjust your seat so you can push that clutch pedal all the way to the floor without having to stretch. You also need a nice, clear view. Next, adjust your mirrors. Your side mirrors, your rear view mirror, so you can see everything with just a quick flick of your eyes. And finally, your hands. A good grip on the steering wheel, right at the 10 and 2 positions, just like on a clock. That's where you'll have the most control. Okay, you're all set up. Let's fire up the engine. It's a simple little dance. Step 1, push the clutch pedal all the way to the floor. Remember, that disconnects the engine. Step 2, check your gear stick. Make sure it's in neutral. That's the middle position where it wiggles freely. This is a safety thing, so the car won't jump forward. And step 3, turn the key or press the start button. And just like that, you've got power.
All right, deep breath. This is the moment we've been building up to. It's time to actually get the car moving. We're going to bring everything we've just learned together and take those first exciting steps. Okay, here we go. The engine's running. First, clutch all the way in, all the way to the floor. Now, slide the gear lever into first gear. Okay, now listen, this next part is the most important piece of the puzzle. You're going to slowly, and I mean really, really slowly, start to lift your foot off the clutch. You'll feel a point where the car wants to move. We call that the biting point. As soon as you feel that little pull, gently, and I mean gently, press the accelerator. The car will start to creep forward. And once it's moving, you can release the handbrake. And that's it. Look at you. You're driving. I'm going to say this again because it's that important. Releasing the clutch slowly is the golden rule. Look, you are going to stall the car. I stalled, my friend stalled, literally everyone stalls when they're learning. And 99% of the time, it's because you let the clutch out too fast. That slow, smooth, graceful release, that is the whole secret. If you practice one thing, practice that. So you're moving. What's next? Changing gears. Just think of them as levels for your speed. First gear is just for getting started, from a complete stop. As you speed up, you'll shift up to second, then third, and so on. This chart here is a fantastic guide for what speed matches which gear. And the motion for changing gears? It's the exact same dance. Clutch in,
shift the gear, then ease off the clutch while you gently add some gas. You'll get the hang of the rhythm pretty quickly.
Okay, so what about stopping? It's basically the reverse of starting. First, take your foot off the gas. Then, push the clutch all the way in to disconnect the engine again. Now, gently press the brake until you come to a nice, smooth stop. Once you're fully stopped, pop the gear stick into neutral and pull up the handbrake. Easy peasy.
And what about turns? Well, the key to a good turn is preparing before you get to it. You want to slow down first. You might even need to shift down into a lower gear, like second, which gives you more control and power coming out of the turn. Then, just use your indicator so everyone knows where you're going and steer smoothly all the way through.
All right, we're on the home stretch. You've learned the mechanics, the how-to part, but now we need to talk about what is, without a doubt, the most important part of all, being a safe and smart driver.
Look, these rules right here, they're the absolute golden rules of the road. They are not optional. Buckle up every single time. Your phone? Put it away. Just don't even touch it. Pay attention to traffic signs and speed limits. They're there for a reason. Check your mirrors constantly, especially before you change lanes. And always, I mean always, leave plenty of space between you and the car in front. Driving is a huge responsibility, and following these rules is how we keep each other safe out there.
And that's it. That's our explainer on driving a manual car. You officially have the roadmap now. You know the fundamentals. The only thing left to do? Practice. That's how you'll really get a feel for it. So I'll leave you with this question. Now that you've got the keys to this new skill, what's the very first road you're going to explore?